Okay, YouTube. I'm pretty sure someone already made this video. If not, someone had to make this video because, man, I love Resident Evil. And I just finished watching that movie, if you call that a movie. And supposedly it's for the fans. And it was straight from the game or inspired by the game, which was like, they did such a horrible job with that movie. I have my little notebook here. I wrote down a lot of inconsistencies in that movie. And honestly, I would prefer the original Resident Evil with nothing to do with the original than this inconsistency piece of shit. Okay. I'm about to go on a little rant here. First of all, Chris and Claire were not in a fucking orphanage, alright? Lisa was never at the orphanage. She was never even supposed to be in the game. She was in the remake of the game. She was not in the original game. Okay, Claire and Leon did not meet at the gas station like in Resident Evil 2 where they were supposed to. That just... come on, guys. That's not even consistent with the story. Leon actually made it to his first day, which is not supposed to happen. He's supposed to meet up with Claire in the gas station, and they're supposed to drive to Raccoon City. And that's where the driver, who does not have a dog, by the way, crashes in between, crashes them from behind. They split their ways, and then they meet up at the station. The truck driver does not flip over in front of the station. That is stupid. Leon never met Chris, Wesker, or any of those guys in the whole Resident Evil 2 story. They're playing out the two stories at the same time, which is like, it does not work. Because the first one and the second one are like a few weeks apart, I believe. A few days, maybe. Resident Evil 3 is like 24 hours before Resident Evil 2, or it's happening at the same time. I don't remember, but come on, man. Let's see. Yeah, none of those characters ever meet each other in those first two games. Chris and Claire, first game. Chris and Jill, first game. Leon and Claire, second game. Wesker, first game. Let's see. Truck driver does not crash. Yep. The mansion. When they went into the mansion, they did not get chased by dogs. There were dogs in the movie, but they did not get chased by dogs inside the mansion like in the original. And when they go in there, you see the stairway and everything. Like, that was so fucking small. That stairway should have been way bigger. And one of the things that I really hated, they made Leon look like a bitch. They made Wesker look like a bitch. And they killed him in the movie, which is not supposed to happen. He's not supposed to die. He doesn't give a fuck. He'll kill anybody. He don't care. The mansion is supposed to blow up, self-destruct, not implode on itself like, from... That was just stupid. Hunk is the one that kills Birkin, not Wesker. Also, his wife is also a scientist. Sherry, you don't even see Sherry down there. You meet her in the police station with Claire. Leon never meets Sherry until like after. There was no Ada Wong, guys. No Ada Wong. How can you have a story without Ada Wong? She's like one of the best characters out there in Resident Evil franchise. There was no Mr. X. How can you have a Resident Evil game without Mr. X? Come on, you have to have something chasing you. There were no hunters. The whole, water into the whole system, pollution and stuff. No, rats were infecting the city. I may be wrong on that. Leon never meets the police chief because there's no one at the police station except for Mark, I believe his name. That's the only person he meets there, and Claire and Sherry. That's it. The orphanage. Really, there's not really an orphanage in the original, but they made it in the remake. Which, okay, that's fine, you know, extra content, make it a little bit longer, but really, orphanage. They might have mentioned it a little bit in Resident Evil 2, but that's about it. Whenever Birkin transforms, like, he doesn't talk. He's not conscious, talking to people. No, he's fucked up. He's already mutated. He's a monster. I could be like, no. No, but he's fucking talking like a little fucking chatterbox. Let's see, next on the list. The zombies were just... The zombies could have been better. They could at least... The designs for the zombies are better. Lisa helping him out in the school. I'm like, come on, man. You meet her like in a freaking cave out in the woods somewhere. And oh man, she's good now. She's helping him out. No. And then there's a scene where she gives Claire the keys. Like, it's like what the hell? Was she going throughout the whole movie doing the puzzles and getting the keys while everyone else was fighting zombies? Just to give them to Claire? No. And it just so happens that there were no locked doors in the mansion at all. They didn't fight the big snake. There was no big tank with sharks. Let's see. Okay, yeah, there was no hunters, none of that, no Mr. X, I already said that. No giant snake. There's just so many inconsistencies in this movie, guys. The ending was anticlimactic. Okay, the fucking rocket launcher boom is over. Come on, man. They could have made a good fight scene at the end. The train. How are you gonna kill off Wesker, guys? How the hell are you gonna kill off Wesker? He's like one of the best villains in fucking Resident Evil until they killed him off in Resident Evil 5. Come on, that's just... I was really disappointed by this movie. It could have been so much better. They could have made a movie for each different game. One for the first one, one for the second one. I mean, like, how hard is that? They could have totally done that. I am out of breath, and that is everything I got in my notes. If there's any more, I will make a part 2, but for now, I am done. So disappointed. On to the next video. See you later, guys.